the problems when we were trying to coordinate this event is that we were like, oh, Habesha, they always come Habesha time. I'm sure everybody knows what Habesha time is. You tell them to come at Hamush Day, it comes at Shadush Day. You know, they come when it's over, usually. So we're just struggling with that, and then it's like we're telling people to RSVP, and it's like Eritreans don't know what RSVP means, you know? Shoot, I don't even know what RSVP means. So yeah, we're like, you know, I was saying, you know, we're here, we have technology, yet we don't use Facebook. We can't click attend or maybe or not attending, you know. I actually sent my cousin in Eritrea. I accidentally invited him. I was trying to be selective in Vancouver, but he was like attending. I was like, how can I get you know? I was like, no, it's okay. Good one. Well, they have nothing. They're trying to give me something, you know? I said, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it, you know? You know what's funny about Eritrea? When I went back this summer, my little cousin, Paulos, right, with the Hagway. So he comes up to me, and he's talking to me, whatever, and then, you know, simple things you take for granted, like, you know, for example, a knock-knock joke. Imagine I say knock-knock, and you don't know how to say what back. Like, you don't know how to reply back. So my cousin asked me, since why? I just look at him. He's like, since why? I was like, oh, no, it's amahun. My mom starts laughing. She was like, you know, she's like, no, you have to say without quit till the night. I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, come say knock-knock joke, I didn't get a minute, you know. She's asking me, she's telling me, you know. And I was like, man, I feel like an idiot, you know? And then, like, I go to Eritrea, too, and then, like, you know, the first thing they do is, like, you know, while I'm there, we're all sitting together, like, oh, mom, it's kamendari. You know, they're asking them, and then, like, they go to my parents right in front of me, just, you know, that's why you know, that's what I said to them, you know? And then, actually, I got a funny story. I don't know if you guys know my godfather. His name's Tawalda, he lives in the States. So he was like, we went to the gas station because of my baby cousin's birthday. And he was like, I need a candle. But you know, I need condom, you know? I need condom. So the guy's Filipino, you need condom? No, I need candle. He was arguing for 10 minutes, oh, you need condom? And I was like, and then I was laughing, you know? He's like, no, condom, you know? Condom, zilo. You know? It's right here, it's over there, you know? He's been saying, telling me. It was funny. It's always funny, too, because, like, Habesha accents, they just, you know, no offense to some of you guys who can't really speak English that well, but it's funny to me. Just like, you know, when I speak to Green, you guys probably make fun of me, you'd be like, oh, is it better? It's funny too, you know? And I say, we call you guys no fobs, you know, but let's be real about it. So my mom, she was like, you know, show it. The man vodka gabel diha no means Ahmed. I was like, I don't know. She's like, Ana Ribral kavod gabel. I was like, what? Ribral. I said, Mom, say that again. I started laughing. She's like, Ribral. I said, what's a Ribral? You know, the Gordon Campbell's about. You mean liberal? Yeah, liberal. I was like, Mom, it's liberal. I was like, Mom, it's liberal. She's like, well, you know what I mean, you know? So, yeah, you know, why do you have to correct me all the time? Don't tell my mom I said this. She's gonna she's gonna think, oh, you know?
So first off, I want to say that I think it was a mistake for me to follow Shoit and Rahel, because where's Rahel? Let's get another round of applause for Shoit and Rahel. They did a great job. So first let's thank La Rustica for hosting this. Wonderful food. If I knew how to cook this way, I would cook this way all the time at home. But I don't know how to cook, so. Let's also thank Baraket and the ECA, Eritrean Eritrea Community Association of Metro Vancouver, for hosting this. So as I said, let's also thank Rahel and Shoit, and for the future performers after me. And so as some of you know, I'm running as the BC Green candidate for MLA of Vancouver Falls Creek, which is downtown, and I'm not sure if anyone here actually can vote in that district. So, you know, that's kind of unfortunate, but you all can support me in some way. You can donate, you can volunteer. We can talk about that a little later. So that is some way that you can get involved. But so the reason I'm running is complex. There are a lot of economy issues, environmental issues that I'm running for. But ultimately, they all come down to one thing: community. How can we all get involved in our community? How can we do something for our community? And that's why we're here today. We have to figure out how we can all get together to improve this community in a larger sense, in a Vancouver sense, or in a more narrow sense, Eritrea, the Eritrea community. We've been divided for too long. There are some people who are pro-government, there's some people who are critical of the government, and in light of that, we've been a little disconnected and a little divided, and that's been unfortunate. We have to recognize that there are some things that we do agree on, there's some things that we can work on together, and we've got to start doing that. And that's why we're here today. This is, I hope, the beginning of a larger process, something that we can all get together to work on together. So let's look to the future. Let's look to this as just the beginning of some bigger project. And yeah, let's go from there and let's see what happens. So on that note, let's get on to the next performers. I'm interested in seeing what's going on after me. You know, if it's anything like Rahel and Shoei, it's going to be interesting, it's going to be fun, it's going to be entertaining. So let's go from there. Thank you.
Daniel's election run, it means a big thing to this community. For those of us who haven't realized it, it came as a surprise. I do not know if there are any other communities doing the same thing, if they have done it. As far as I know, there is only one member of a parliament or member of an assembly in Sweden who is an Eritrean. If we have any other person, just let me know. This is unexpected, but it's a blessing. And we should 100%, every single one of us. You don't have to be pro, you don't have to be against, you don't have to be Catholic, you don't have to be Orthodox, Christian, man, woman, anyone has to be supporting him. It means a big thing to this community. And my hope is from this get-together, we're going to have a few more soldiers who are going to back him up. That's what we need. So, there's a donation box out there. Whatever you can, donate. If you cannot donate, you have to help him in whatever way you can. If he needs a phone drive, we need to get it done. If he needs to have some soldiers going door to door do canvassing, we got to get it done. That's what we need to do. It's an important thing. If he wins, it means something to the community. Even if he doesn't win, it means something to the community. Because at least we support our brother on his drive to get to where he needs to go. I bet you he's not running right now if he's not believing that he's going to win. He knows he's going to win. He believes he's going to win. So for that reason, every single one of us have to help him. I hope you do that. Thank you.
I also want to add one thing too. Not only supporting Daniel or any future Eritrean politicians, but we also have to make more of an effort to support Eritrean businesses. We need to make more of an effort to support Eritrean practices if we have future lawyers, doctors, whatever the case is, because the future is bright for our community. You know what I mean? So, like, it's sad, you know, we all have an idea of Eritrean history. We all know that we got to where we were because of unity, because of Hadanet, because of all these things. And now we're here, and we're just doing our own thing. That has to change from today. You know, can I get an amen or something? We all have to do our part. Like, not everybody can be a leader, but if there's something you say, what can I do? You know what I mean? And if it's benefiting each other here in Vancouver, let's do it. Because, let me be pretty frank with you. I don't know how many, like, you know, everybody wants to talk about, you know, Eritrea and this and that. Most of you guys are not going to go back. When you have kids, you know, when you buy property here, when you have things here, you have a livelihood, you're going to be here. Those like, you know, if you look at the history of Canada, you know what I mean? You look at the Indian, the Chinese, whatever. They stayed here. Not many of them went back. You know what I mean? And I also have my opinion on certain things, like, for example, because of communication, because of technology, we're able to keep in touch with the current events back home. But, you know, back then they couldn't because it's too far away. So you focus on yourselves here. You know what I mean? We got all the Habesha buds going to Starbucks talking about irrelevant things. We should be doing stuff here. So I really stress we do what we can. I'm younger than you guys, and I know this. So let's act on this, please. So, thank you.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Can I see home? Suppose Malu?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Samson. Congratulations, Daniel, and I wish you all the best. Represent us well, despite our problems. Shimei Samson Bahal. The song is about unity, and it was done like in the early 60s, and to this day it's important that we have to unite. It's in Tigrinya. Some people might understand it, some guys might not, but it's all good. La, 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 la. سيجانا كنا حبوس يلنا مزانا زي تنبر نحونا اندال ساقي او دينا نسكر سيجانا كنا حبوس يلنا مزانا زي تنبر نحبتنا اندا تجنبت فينا عين سكر انتاي دلويو انكاسي خطي رجي نعريو تنقر انكيكب رجي نعريو تنقر انكيكب موتينا عيلو ما يتواحد حامد بليتي سبا ما نحن بور بيدينا يكون عن نبرتي موتينا عيلو ما يتواحد حامد بليتي تفاقدنا نبر حبيرنا زتي حالا بايكوي عايزة حالم حبتي حالا بايكوي عايزة حالم حبتي شترا في بالعين حلا فيو عمنا عين سسا
نحفتنا نرجع تزاز الله نخبر شمترا باي بالعين حالا بايو عمنا أين نسسر تبردنا بزيحو عبتنا تقبحي موتالو زي ترب كاب قدم زتنحي موتالو زي ترب كاب قدم زتنحي موتالو زي ترب كاب قدم زتنحي موتالو زي ترب كاب قدم زتنحي
Cheers.
I think I